Okay, in this video, I'm going to be painting Tlahiucole as my best pronunciation for this name as I can. He is the elemental wizard, bringing up the elementals that I painted in the last Black Rose Wars video. As you can see, I've already done his base. I wanted to see if I was getting the same problems that I got with the last one, and I didn't. It was much better. It worked so much more better. So that's cool. So we've got that to paint. That's been painted, so it's literally just painting the miniature itself. In the Citadel book rules, you've got the solo rules, and what's nice about this is I've got a full card art that I can work upon. Okay. I was going to say, I don't think it's going to take horrendous amounts of time, but I'm probably going to go down the same route as I did with the Earth Elemental. I can't remember what he's called now, where I'll use some green, some traditional Citadel paints, layer paints, to do some lighter green tones. We'll see. I'll probably use a bit of contrast medium to start with, a bit of a mix of some green paints, and then see if I can get it on one coat, which would be great, because I'll just have to use contrast then. And then these darker parts we're going to put on with a darker brown contrast. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how we go, maybe with the face tattoos as well. We'll see how far we can go. But he's got some cool, on the art he's got some cool kind of nails, these sabred nails as it were. I don't think he's actually got them on the miniature itself. Well, I might have. Okay, so with that art in mind, I'm going to get straight on to painting up. I'm just going to call him the Elemental Wizard, and the reason why is because his name's very hard to pronounce. So to start with, we're going to start with the skin tone, but before that, when I was doing the base, I did go over the back of his leg with the green. So I think we're just going to touch that up and just sort that out with the Wraithbone, just so we've got a good starting point. We're not that's fine. I think that was the only bit, that the blemish of it. Maybe a little bit in here, just to make sure we're getting the paint sticking. So this is not clear on the art what this cloak is. It looks as though a lot of the fur that's around his waist and everything is a kind of a light, almost like a lion yellow colour. So Aggaros dunes perhaps would be a good colour, I think, maybe. Yes, I think Aggaros dunes, I'll probably go in with that one. Okay, so for the skin tone, I'm actually going to try my new skin tone. If I can find it. Which is just somewhere. There we are. Fyreslayer flesh. So this is darker than Guilliman flesh, which is Guilliman flesh is the usual one I've been using, and I'm hoping this gives a slightly darker tone of skin. So that's the hope. Now we're just going to go straight over the face with this. Not worry about detail yet. We can pick out those highlighted details afterwards. Hang on a second, let me just zoom the camera in a bit far out there. And trying not to get over everything, because that's going to have to go in the green. Yeah, that's in here now. Okay. I'm just making sure there's a nice shade there. He's kind of like a Mayan style to this mage. Now the hairs are actually black, so I'm not too fussed about going over the kind of hair, as it were. That'll just be hair and more hair, maybe a little bit in there. And I think it's got a better chest anyway, so that's going to carry on all the way over there. And just going on that Wraithbone prime, it's so nice, the colours that come out from that. Mentioned it a number of times. I think it's just a fantastic primer to use for contrast paints. I think by far the best one. I can touch up on some of these parts. I mean, it's going to be fine. Just making sure that I cover all the bits necessary. But as you can see, he's already starting to come on really quite well with that tone, which is nice. Just make sure I get into the recesses there. You got to be sure of that. Okay, a hand. I'm not sure how this is working. The hand, I think I'm going with a hand with this same colour. But I think there's definitely some strapping there. I'm not 100% sure how. Is that? Yeah, I would say they're gauntlets, right? So I'm going to count those as gauntlets, and then we'll just carry on. And we continue. Hand there. Right, legs are next. Fair amount of skin on this miniature to paint. Just being careful of any pooling which is going on. Again, because we don't want too much of that. A little bit's fine. Just that bit. of course his feet. Now the plan is, I wanted to paint up this guy because I want to do another solo playthrough, but I want Elemental School to be the main school that I draft from, using the kind of deck drafting, I guess, mechanic that I used last time. So the seven of one, the 5 of another, 3 of another, 2 of another, and 1 spell from the last school. So using 5 schools of magic and selecting those cards from it. Okay, I think his skin is done. And it is already looking, I mean, it does help that I've done the base already. But he's starting to look good already. Okie dokie. So, moving from the flesh tone, I think we'll go straight into the green from there. So the green is going to be made up from a few colours. I'm thinking at the moment a bit of a mix, mostly Militarum green, a tiny bit of Warp Lightning to get a bit of brightness into it. But then I think I'm going to use some contrast medium to dull it down to the kind of lightness that it actually is. So starting with, I'd say, a good blob of Militarum green. About a quarter as much of the Warp Lightning green, and then a good chunk of I probably will still go with the highlights, to be honest. I think we want that kind of chalky green look to it. Let's see what this comes on like anyway to start with. So having a look at this art now. Oh, sorry. Looking at this art now is what I'm going to be working on. It's those tassels as well. Oh no, that's fur. I am doing it right. And we've got a tiny bit showing here. Try and look to help the sword. While I've got this colour, I want to be hitting all of the areas that need this. This is a mix of a paint, of course. Headdress, of course. Careful not to overdo it too much with the paint. Perhaps should go to a smaller brush, to be honest, for this. But it's black hair, isn't it? So how does the headdress look? Yeah, there's bits going around the side as well, apparently. Which I think I got in brown. Like that. Oh yeah, I got it. Oh, I got it. Yeah, we're gonna have to redo that bit. This is. I see. I see the detail now. Also got bits of his hair which are bangled with this. Which I'm just gonna have to make up, I think. Then we got the pummel of this. Oh, is that actually? Don't know. So I'm just trying to see if the weapon is actually. I'm going to do it green, I think. Well, the inside of it anyway. Okay. Then we need, I think, more of the medium because I've run out of paint. Yeah, that's still fine. And it's just those that are the green. Probably go around this green as well. Same here. Okay. That looks fine. I just need to get behind there. Okay. And then his wrists, I presume we've got. Oh, maybe not. The armband. Yeah. So this is a green as well. Even though I kind of need to go back over that with some white because I've got some skin tone over that band. Yeah, I might have to tweak that bit a bit more. I obviously need to do the earrings, they need to be green, and the face as well. So detail needs to, and the necklace. So there is detail that needs to be done with Wraithbone base, so that I can get back to it and get the rest of it painted. Green as well, I've missed a massive part, which is, it looks like this is also in this green. Again, the skin tone coming over parts of this, and yeah, I should have thought, because this is lighter than the skin tone, so that's why it's might have to redo parts of that, but that's fine. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to go over that top part. But actually, I'm now looking at the detailing, and actually the cloak is green. I believe. His cloak is actually green. You can kind of see it in the detail here, although it definitely looks like a fur, and a green fur would look weird. No, I'm not going to do that green. No. That's fine. So I think we've got to let that dry for us to do the green for that. Let's get the orange on. There's a bit of orange work. So Gryph-Hound orange going in now. So I was going to leave this up for a bit longer. Gryph-Hound orange. Which is a nice bright orange. Which we're going to do the kind of tassels. That's the only things that are actually orange. These tassels. Get them very bright and nice and look at something here. Seems fine. I think that's the only orange work I can see on that. Let me just have another look. Well, it's an orangey brown, like tunic going down that they've used. So we'll probably use bit of orange in it. Let's do it now. So I'm going to mix up a little bit of orange with a snakebite leather, I think. So snakebite leather is a yellowy brown. So a bit of that. Oh, I'll just put it in the green. Whoops. Put it in the orange. Might have a little bit of green tone in there as well. That'd be nice. And then, do we want it a bit lighter? I think we do, yeah. Then a tiny bit of the contrast medium to just lighten it a little bit. I don't want it too strong as a colour. And what I'm hoping this gives is a kind of an orangey brown. Is that only? No, that's fine. Okay. He's certainly coming along. So I think we've probably got the green to be dry enough. It's quite wet, so it pretty dries quite quick. Let's get the rifle bone on now, even though I've ruined that green colour anyway. Just to touch up those bits that needed. So a tiny bit of water with this. And just certainly these bits here they need doing. I need big bits because I need to get a smaller brush onto this. Just on the arm here, this armband, bangle, needs a bit of work doing on it. While I've got the white out, I'm just going to touch up a few other bits as well. Yeah, there's quite a bit of touch up that's needed from the skin work that I did. should do that bit as well. Let's do the detailing. So I'm going to a smaller brush now. So probably about, by the way, I've been using a size 0 brush, and now I'm going to like a 000. Make sure it's got enough water to flow. So this is now the detail part. And just follow the model as best as I can. Really good detail again. You don't have to freehand this at all. It's all done on the model for you. So now we've got the white. I just need to carry on a little bit more. I think I might have run out perhaps of the white there, which is a bit annoying. A bit more wraithbone. That's better. That's better. Right, the necklace is actually gold, isn't it? The necklace itself. Hard to tell. I'll probably do that as well while I've got the white out. Oh. I knew it was going to be a problem. The way I was holding the miniature there. So I get rid of that white. I've just put all of his neck. I need the skin tone to stay. Okay, that's fine. Do this a minute. So that's the detailing on the head, which is all going to be green. I think we need to do that necklace, we really do. So just awesome. What else needs doing? Oh yeah, the hand. Sorry if I go out of shot here. I'm just trying to lean the miniature against the Okay, so details are now back out. Especially with the face. That's nice. Happy with that. Now let's move back on to again, just trying to pick out the colourings of things. I think his hands aren't. Oh, well, I'm going to leave it like that. I think it still works with his hands like that. We do need that green eventually. I think we're going with Aggaros Dunes, but I'm going to thin it down with the contrast medium because I think it's just a bit too powerful. for what I'm aiming for. So this is going to be all the fur, including the cloak, and it's called Aggaros Dunes. Gonna need a fair amount of this, I guess. And we're going to go with the contrast medium. It's a technical contrast medium, like I use with the green. And a good wallop of that. A good brush full of that. Thin down that Aggaros. I'm going to try it first on this part here. Let's see what... I don't want it too... No, that's good. So I want to make sure it wasn't exactly the same as the skin tone. It's not, it's lighter. It's exactly what I wanted. And then it's... Yep. This is part of it as well. Okay, so then we've got it coming out under here as well. And under here as well. And then of course the cloak is going to need a good old splattering of this colour. So it's definitely got that Aggaros colour. Toned down slightly. I love that. I like that. That's exactly what I was after. Nice big bit. And the contrast should love this because it's so textured. The model itself has got such great texture on that cloak. Okay, so after that crash, we'll carry on with the fur, and we need to do that in the legs. Oops, that's way too much paint. In fact, I'm going to be doing those little... Oops, not the green. Oops. I'm going to be doing the detail with a darker brown anyway, so I'm not too fussed about going over that, but I didn't really want to go over the green there, so just trying to take some of that away. Doesn't matter, it makes it look a bit more realistic, a little bit more aged, as it were. Which is not a bad thing. Okay. I think his wrists are the same as well. We'll keep going. Yep. Just plaster this on. not worrying too much because, as I say, we're going over with the darker colours next anyway. So that'll be fine. And over here as well. So I shouldn't need too many different colours, I don't think. I think that's about it. Just make sure I've gone up to right to the edges of cloak there, the fur coat. Okay. It's looking pretty good. What are we thinking for that staffs? I think that would be fur as well, actually, just to... Oh, hang on. So a little detail, it looks like it's white taping on the staff, which would be quite cool. Some brown on there, and then I guess metal. I might go in with some more green for the staff as well. So yeah, let's keep these same colours going through the model as best we can. There he is so far. That skin tastes awesome, by the way. That might be a go-to skin tone for a lot more figures in the future. I really like that. Look at that leg. You can bet. That's just amazing. Yeah, love that. Love that. Right, okay, anyway. So we've got hair to do. Let's go with Apothecary White down the staff, just because it's well, yeah, we're going to be doing a brown colour for in between. It's not even that. It's just these bits here. It's not the bits that are keeping the actual staff part, the metal part in. Okie dokie. Right, so that's the staff done. And yes, we do have to do the green again, but we'll do that in a bit. Well, the knife on is browns. We're looking at browns and dark browns for the knife, which is good. So bits of Wyldwood and we've got a tassel going down there. Actually, with the I've just thought, of course, the tassels would be orange, wouldn't they, to match the tassels on his. So going back with Gryph-Hound orange. By the way, that was a Apothecary White that I used for the strapping. Going back with Gryph-Hound orange, and we're going to do the tassels now. So I'm going back over this. That's quite cool actually, because it'll just be brighter, it'll look a bit more vivid. And then, because I noticed these down here, I need to do. Almost like a lion, tiger theme, sorry. With the kind of the fur and the orange parts to it, of the stripes of the tiger. It'd be quite cool. Yeah, that's good. I like that. Right, so I might do the green again now. So just mix up these greens again. Contrast medium, Militarum green, Warp Lightning green to create that mix and that colour. I think that's right. I'll soon find out. So let's start with this. Yeah, looks good. And then this one here. The armband. Better. Right, and now the detailing. I'm probably just going to use this, to be honest. I'm going to hit more of this with the green as well. Just have the whole thing as a... I think the sides of it won't be green, but the inner part certainly will be. And then I'm just going to use Basilicum Grey, I think, for the rest of it. Let's get the small brush. Just to do the necklace, because I don't really want to ruin that. That's going to be quite hard to get into. Is there any paint left? There we go. Okay, let's have a look at him. That looks cool. Right, the hard bit is going to be that staff, I'll tell you. Let's give it a go. I'm not confident about this. We're going to go down to the small brush and we're going to try and do in between the white strapping with Wyldwood, which is a really nice brown. And we'll see how bad this comes out. So basically just hitting parts of this. Looks a bit disjointed, doesn't it? Well, hopefully when I get the rest of the sides done, it might be alright. Okay, now over to the next side. I'm going to have to do it down here just so I can really pick them out. And it's just making sure that, oof, it's not great. It's not great. That's a hard one to do, especially if you want to hit these kind of I think maybe in hindsight starting with the brown, and then you have to just edge highlight all of the strapping. I think that's probably your best way of doing it if you want it to look really good. I think this will do for me, but as I say, it's by no means perfect. Am I supposed to be in? Yeah, so sorry if some of this is out of shot. It's because I've really got to try and get angles where I can see and yeah, so see how bad this is a minute. It's not absolutely the end of the world, but it's certainly not great. It would be something I would be looking to improve on. Is that hair? God, that's hard. Yeah, you know, I'm alright with it. Okay. Oh, I need that Wyldwood, because we need to do the sword. We've done all the green before oh no, we haven't done all the green. I've just realised. Have I got any of the green left? Because there's a few, yeah, I do have the green left. There's a few of these bangles and the hair. I need more. Ugh. Right, I've run out of... Let's see if we can refresh it with a little bit of contrast mediums. Not too much, just enough to maybe get some of that green back on that brush. So I've got one or two bangles to do. That's alright, I think. I can always touch up with some green afterwards. No, that's not a problem. Okay, so we need some Basilicanum Grey onto there. Some Wyldwood. Let's carry on with the Wyldwood. And we're going to go in with the sword. Is that got a sheath? Don't know if it has actually. No, it hasn't. So from here, just gonna do the detailing. So then we need to do one of these dark lines going across for the strapping, the belt if you like. Are we going to do strapping? Yeah, I think we're going to do the strapping with this Wyldwood as well, so doing the detail work now. Getting that a little bit done if I can. Some pretty fine detail hand as well, it's got some strapping on. Back. Okay. Oh, the hilt of the sword as well will be. Ooh, I don't know where my brush went there. Nearly a disaster. Okay. And I think I'll keep the same theme. Doing the strapping of the spear, staff, whatever it is. Again, not too fussed about going over parts of this because it's going to be metalled, but this bit I do need to make sure is right. And it's mostly just strapping anyway. Okay. I think we're done. So I think we're on for the metal now. Metal work. And the hair is next. Well, the final things really. So not far off. So for the metal work, we're going in with Citadel base lead belcher. Now I think rather than silver, wouldn't it be gold, would you think? I don't know. Bit of water to add to that. So just doing the knife now. And then going into the side of the weapon. I should have waited for that to dry, really. And just get a good layer of the lead belcher onto the parts of that staff. Okay. Okay, that's that metal work done. Necklace. I think it's bone. I want to say it's bone. It's kind of got a bone style necklace. So we're going to go in with some skeleton horde for that. Let's do that next. So in with skeleton horde for the necklace. Too much paint on there. Which would be similar to the Aggaros Dunes mix that I did, but should give quite a nice bone look. Yeah, I'm really pleased with how he's turning out. He's looking good. Certainly good for the tabletop. So we need to do the hair, of course. That's quite a big one. And for that we're going to need to use Black Templar. I don't think the bangles aren't on this side, so I'm just going to go straight over those. That was wrong. It is there. But not there. I think the first bangle was there. The second one's there. Now I go to small brush, do the more detailed parts of the hair. Oh, this is a bit of detail work going on here, I tell you. To make sure I'm not going over the skin that I really like. Some beautiful detail in this miniature, so it'd be a shame to ruin that. I think this is all just hair here. Wowzers. Yeah, this is careful going here because we got some very light colours next to this black. Getting there. Some over this, there's some detail over here. Some of the hair. Okie dokie. How's he looking? We've got a few bangles to do. And that hair. Oops. But other than that, it's pretty good. He's looking good. worthy of a champion mage, I think. Right, that metalwork needs a tiny bit of work doing to it. So we need to go in with Basilicanum Grey first of all. I can't find it. There we go. So we're going to dull down the metalwork now with Basilicanum Grey. Oh, I've realised I've not done the hair, and I'll do that in a second. I've not done the hair on the top of the head. And we'll just go in with that. Do I want to do it? No, that's fine. And also here. I'm just going over the strap in, that won't make much difference. Rather than trying to dodge all that. That's cool, that's fine. Might just put over those bits. Just get in there if I can. It's better. Okie dokie. And just a tiny bit there that I forgot about. Then I've got a strap around his hand as well. Let's finish off the hair in a minute, which I just realised I've not done. So back with the Black Templar, back with the small brush, and let's get the top of the hair done now. Okay, it's better. I'm not actually gonna highlight the green with I think it looks good. I'm happy with the green. We do need to just get the green back out so we can do those bangles. Are the bangles green? Yeah, they are. Yeah, okay. So back to getting that green colour back again. Militarum green. About half as much warp lightning green. And then finishing off with the contrast medium. About the same amount as the warp lightning green. A bit more definition on the green there. Do. I think that's pretty good. Yep. Then, well, actually, let's have a look at the art first. It's got a bit of green eyes. Now I've looked. So with that in mind, I might, while I've got this green here, I'm just going to go over the green. What I might need to do is, that green's not going to show up, is it? Is I'm going to need to go in with the white. I do like them not white. I think that looks cool. I'm tempted to leave them. I don't know. I know it's not exactly the card art, but I think that'll ruin it if I could always go in there with some white pupils and just change them green. But I don't want to ruin it. Okay, so we need to just do Wyldwood, just to finish off the hand strap that I didn't do on his left hand. That's a good start. It's better. So that is Tlahiucole is what I'm going to call him. Pretty much impossible to pronounce name. And I would say that's him done. Okay, ready for the table. So let's put him to the side. So, thanks for watching another painting video for Black Rose Wars with Citadel Contrast Paints. Be sure to comment if you are painting with contrast paints, and if you want to see some more painting and playthrough of Black Rose Wars, please be sure to subscribe to see when the new content comes out. I do it relatively frequently. A cool model, and I can't wait to play him in the solo variant for Black Rose Wars. Until next time.